Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Xah Talk Show. Today is August 29th, Thursday, San Francisco time, noon. And good morning, Bartholomew. And today's topic is emacs xah-html-mode, a introduction, a demonstration, and other things emacs. Ask questions, just post in the comments, post in the chat box, and let's get started. So how many people are watching? 0, but Bartholomew is here. So why does it say 0? Good morning, Ztron Crazy. Oh, I need to reload the window, I think. That's why. Let's see. Reload. It still says 0. Oh, 2. Okay. So let's pop this out and do this again. And Seamus, we need Seamus here because Seamus asked the question yesterday. So Bartholomew says, it's good, by the way, we never see the first 30 seconds of your stream. For your information, we never see the first 30 seconds of your stream. Oh, really? Oh, I think I know. Wait, why is that? No, because after the live stream ended, I usually, go to YouTube. After 2 hours, it'll be on YouTube. So I usually watch it, and I see the whole thing. So what do you mean you cannot see the first 30 seconds? Are you talking about live stream? Are you talking about watching live stream, or are you talking about watching it on YouTube after the live stream? Because for one thing I know for sure, if you watch it on YouTube after the live stream, it's full. I mean, it has the first 30 seconds. For live stream, okay, you don't. Okay, okay. So for live stream, I I'm not sure why. So I don't know. I have to think about it. No, I don't know why though. So anyway, I think let's get started because people are watching. You know, we let's I want, I'm getting better at making videos. When people watch, they want watch the main thing, not random chat too much. Okay, so let's today we're gonna show I'm going to show a demonstration of emacs xah-html-mode. Now this is a mod um, for doing HTML. Yeah, it's a HTML mod, obviously. So okay, let's go to my Emacs blog, and I am using xah-html mod. You can see the name here, and the let me show you. The mod name is this one, xah-html mod. And you can see, right now I'm in it because you can. Okay, one way to find out what major mod you are in is called describe variable. Look at the left window, you can see all the commands I call. You see describe variable, then you type major mod. Okay, so basically what you are doing is you are looking at the documentation for the symbol major mod. Then it will tell you its value is xah-html-mode. Another way is to click the status bar, I think. That doesn't. Oh, if you just hover over the status bar, the mod line, then it'll tell you major mod. Well, actually, it doesn't tell you. Yeah. Anyway, the proper way is just describe variable. Okay, let me get to my talk show page and write this down. Okay, I think we're starting to digress. Hold on a second. Um, okay, describe variable major mod. Then type major mod. Way to get the major mod name. Okay, this is what you do. Describe variable, type major mod, then it will tell you this is a proper way because for example, right now I'm in HTML mod, but for example, some mods their name may be different. There are so many HTML mods, but there is one mod name that's like technical mod name, and to get that mod name, you just call describe variable, then type the major mod, then it'll tell you the value. And I have tutorials all on my Emacs website. Let's go to the. Okay, so why don't we copy? So this is my XAH talk show for today. I'm going to edit, after the video, but why don't we? I'm going to cut. Okay, so right now I'm using xah-html-mode. So all the commands you see on the left panel, you can see how it operates. It's like kind of already a demo. So now I go to a bookmark xah emacs blog, go there, and show in browser. You can see today's xah talk show, which is empty. It's empty yet. So I go to the top xah talk show. That's over here. I put the stuff here, show in browser. You can see stuff there. That's what we are going to do today. I'm putting this on my Emacs blog, so it's more convenient because my Emacs website. Anyway, so yeah, because on my Emacs website the directory is over here. So then after I finish the video, I can then copy stuff and move it to the XAH talk show page. So for example, one of the feature is, you see this URL. This URL is a full URL with the domain name ergo emacs, HTML-mode. But since we are already in the Emacs directory, we are already in this domain. I actually don't need it. I don't need the full domain. Usually I want a relative link. So anyway, right now I want to get the full URL. Okay, hold on a second. Let me move this window over here. I want to extract the URL of this block of text. So I press the key, and that command is xah-html extract URL. Then I paste. You see it's here. Then I can linkify. I can turn this into turn it into a link. You see, now it's a link. You see, now it's a local relative link. It's not full URL. And then now I can make it a list. You see, list. So now you see these two. So you see these two are actually same thing, but the bottom one is relative link. Now showing browser, you can see. So yeah, let me give you an overview of xah-html-mode. Now in Emacs, you also have a default HTML mod. So what's the difference? Of course, I would say mine is better because otherwise I wouldn't have created it. It has more one feature. Okay, this my HTML mod is mostly designed for if you work with HTML5, pure HTML5, no mixing of CSS or JavaScript. But actually, if you want to do that later on, let me show you how to do that. Okay, mixing, show how to modify xah-html-mode so it can also work with mixed CSS, JavaScript, HTML. Okay, a lot of people need that. That's practical. We can do that because in Emacs 26 there's a new HTML mod. I don't remember the name right now, but we'll figure it out. This new HTML mod has a major feature, and that feature is so you can mix CSS, HTML, JavaScript all in one file. This is very common. So Emacs 26 finally have that feature built in, and but xah-html-mode does not, because it's almost like from scratch. But however, because major mod are written so that they are based on a parent mod, so we can trivially, within 5 minutes, we can make HTML mod based on the new Emacs default HTML mod, so that in the same file you can have all kind of JavaScript, CSS, and they will all be colored. I think, yeah. So keep the comments coming, okay? So you're already talking to us. So okay, so what is the okay? So xah-html mod. So it has syntax coloring for all HTML keyword, every one of them. If it's not colored, that means you misspelled it or something. Or I mean, it's not a standard valid tag. Okay. For example, you look at this file, all tag is colored. If it's not colored, for example, I add something. Let's magnify. You can see the color. You see this TUL is not colored. For example, let's magnify. You see, so if you say UL, then it's blue, but anything else, it's not. Okay, it's hard to see, but anyway. So it's all colored, and it supports every all HTML5 tags. For example, I can let's make it smaller. Okay, so for example, I want to insert a new tag. I press tab, and at the mini buffer, it lists all HTML5 tags. So I can type anything like S, then it shows all tags that start with S. Okay, I can say style st. Okay, let's say then you got a style for adding CSS. Style needs to be added at the top, by the way. So I go to top, it needs to be added, between the headers. Anyway, so all HTML5 tags are supported. It has a huge number of commands for working with HTML. Okay, so I'm gonna show you that later. We have already seen, for example, extracting URL. For example, my cursor is here. I want the URL of this or this together. I select them. I press a key. The URL is extracted. Now I can just paste. You can see in a mini buffer. For example, now I open a new buffer, paste. You see that's for example, let's select the whole thing, extract the URL. You see here you got a whole bunch. Now I go here, select all, paste. 145 links. They are all extracted. Close it. Don't save. Actually, we can go to some work on other people's HTML. For example, let's try YouTube. I'm not sure this is gonna work well, but let's try it. So in YouTube, in Chrome, you want to get the HTML source code. So control, the key used to be Control U. Let's see if that works. Okay, they removed it. The browser, they improve and they change over the years, but now let's see, Command U, Command Option U. Okay, Command Option U on the Mac. There is the YouTube source code. Okay, so let's select all. It'll probably take a long time. It's too big. What's going on? Yeah, it's the YouTube. These days this source code is so huge. Let's see if we can copy it. Copy it. Go to Emacs. Open a new buffer. Paste. Okay, so we got the text. These things slow down Emacs. You see these long lines, they will kind of freeze Emacs depending on how long is the line. So this is no good. But anyway, okay, just like Emacs is not moving much anymore. Emacs is not moving much any. So why don't we do some? Let's break the long lines into smaller lines. Maybe that'll work. So I do find and replace any of that, replaced by any of that with a new line. Do that, replace the whole file. Okay, then there's still a lot of long lines, but anyway, so this is a HTML file. Now let's switch to xah-html-mode. Okay, there it is. Now it is in a xah-html-mode. This incomprehensible giant file. So what is this style? Okay, this million lines of CSS style. So anyway, let's try extract URL. Select all, call the command, wrong argument type. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Because that means it's a bug. That shouldn't happen. That means my code, doesn't matter what, it shouldn't give you a bug, wrong type of arguments. But anyway, the Google, the machine generated page is a pain to deal with. Okay, so let's go back. And one nice feature is that it allows you to work with programming source code. For example, I can say Python, you have this template, I press a key. Now I'm in this buffer. I can say print 3. Okay, run it, it works. And let's say x equals to something. Okay, something plus thing. Okay, now I print x, run it, it works. Now I close that, paste it here, and color it, show in browser. You see, you got the Python code colored, and it can be Lisp, it can be Haskell, it can be Ruby, Rust, anything. So this feature is like org-mod's babel. So if I want to edit the code, I can do several ways. I can do this way, and I'm back here. I can modify something. Y equals to what, and print x plus y, for example. Run it. Then I got that. Then remove that, paste it back here. Color it, show in browser, refresh. Or I can press a key, then it just shows the code, like that. Press the key to make it span HTML colorized. Okay, so that's that feature. Let's go back. Let's go over the features. So yeah, so the difference is from the Emacs one is it's syntax color every keyword. If it's not colored, that means you spelled it wrong. And it has a lot of more commands to work with HTML, such as extract URL and working with programming language. Okay, let's go over the features. Syntax coloring based on exact keywords. Now let me show you how Emacs color. This is gonna be different. For example, let's call Emacs default HTML mod. So that is HTML mod. Okay. Okay. So now we are in HTML mod. Let's see. Well, I don't see a difference right now, but I anyway. So this is default HTML Emacs HTML mod. As I know for sure that it does not color all possible HTML tags, but I've oh yeah, okay, okay, I think I know what. Let's see, let's try these. Okay, okay. Hold on a second. Let's switch to xah-html mod something. Okay, now let's switch to HTML mod, Emacs HTML mod. Now you see there's a tag, paragraph tag. Now let's change it to TTT. Okay, let's change it to X. Magnify. There it is. You see, in HTML mod, the Emacs HTML mod, it colors everything. It colors everything as long as you have the tag. But this XXX, this is not a valid tag. Therefore, so if you switch to xah-html mod, it's not colored. You see, it's not colored. But in Emacs HTML mod, it colors everything by that. And similarly, in HTML, in Emacs HTML mod, if you have something like that, it also color it. You see, this is not a valid attribute. HHH. But you know, if you in xah-html mod, let's see. You see, it's not colored. So when in xah-html mod, if it's not colored, it's not colored. It's not standard. You misspelled it. It's invalid or it's non-standard. So things like so that's what I'm saying. How xah-html mod is syntax coloring tells you something. So if you want to insert any tag, just press the tab key. Okay, press the tab key, insert any tag. So that's we showed that before. And the tab key, it depends on, for example, something. Okay, something. I press the tab key. Let's say span. I press S. Oh, that's that. Let's try it again. Tab SP or span. Depending on what tag it is, some tag will wrap around the current word, such as spam. Some tag, for example, let's try again. Dive, okay, it will wrap around the current paragraph. While some other, let's try P, it will wrap around the current line. And also this, that. If you have a selection, you can always make a selection. Press tab, then let's say strong. Okay, then if you have a selection, then the whole tag will be wrapped around the whole selection. So that's about inserting tags. Convert text to table or reverse. Okay, so suppose I want to generate some table. A, B, let's say I have a matrix 1, 2, 3. So I can call xah-html make table. Okay, press enter, then it will ask me for a separator. Let's say space. Okay, enter. Now you got a table. Let's show in browser. You see a table. So that's how you can convert a table. Yeah, let's keep those there. So you can write a table. You can have a complicated table, and so you have that command. Okay, so far so good. Where is CMOS? Uh, so is that so far so good, Bartholomew? Is that interesting, Ztron? Or am I getting boring? Um, okay, so convert to table. Let's do this quickly then. So I can also convert lines to HTML list. For example, A, B, something, C. Okay, convert to a list. Now it's a list. Show in browser. You can see I got a list. And if I want ordered list, okay, so that converts to a list. I can press a key and that removes all the tags. That command is remove HTML tags. And now let's convert to ordered list. So I press Control U first, then call the same command for list. Then it becomes a list, ordered list. So you show in browser, so that's ordered list. Okay, so CMOS should okay, you don't do HTML. But you code in Python, okay, but you don't, yeah, okay, no HTML. So that means you're not coding in web. Uh, so let's go back to the features. What's going on? Hold on a second. This is usually automatic. Now I have 7 repetition of tags. Okay, let's go back to HTML. Command to edit source code. So we've showed that source code. Let's show another one. Emacs list. Let's just code some Emacs list. So define, okay, Emacs list mod, define, and ff. Let's say message 3. Let's say insert something today. Okay, you don't need that. So that's a new command. I evaluate it, and now I can call it meta x ff. It inserts something. Okay, now I'm writing a blog. I want to show this to people, so I copy it, delete the buffer, and insert it here. Now I want to color it, and so I make it. I call. You can see the command on the left window. I call the command, and it asks me for a language. So Emacs list. Then I got that. So it's a Emacs list code. Then I color it. Now it's colored. Show in browser. Uh, show in browser. Where is it? Show in browser. Okay, I got this. It's showing the old page. I think there is an update of with these tabs things. Apparently Firefox just automatically updated. That's why my config is all wrong. Because this plugin is for closing duplicate tabs. Now, usually when I open a new tab from Emacs, it'll just remove the old page and show the new one. But right now, it's showing the old page. It's not showing the new. For example, I need to press refresh in order for this to show up. So something changed with these Oh yeah, so priority keep newer tab. Okay, so that should be it. So now I show in browser again. You see the emacs list code. And now go back to this. So this I can call this command. It shows the code, or I can, or on any text, I can call this command and it removes all tags. Or I can, for example, I can call alternative command like this. It removes the tags, but it also tries to keep the textual information, such as, for example, let's see. For example, I have a link here. If I just remove the tag, the link is also gone because the link is part of the tag thing. But I can call alternative command that, then it becomes this. It shows the textual form um, of the text of the tag HTML. So those commands are called, for example, removing tag. The command for removing tag is called xah-html remove HTML tags, and the command to turn it into a text form is called xah-html HTML to text. Extract URL we have showed. HTML is keyboard shortcut. Okay, so if you if you are like me writing a lot about keyboards, you can, for example, CX. In Emacs you do CXCC, for example, to quit. Now if you type that, it doesn't look so good. You can, what you can do is, I can call this command, then paragraph, show in browser, then it comes out pretty like that. So what you have is these keyboard tags. So that command is, let's call it again. Okay, so that command is called HTMLized keyboard shortcut notation. So you got these features. And so because I've been using this mostly for myself for 7 years now, so whenever I need something, I just add it. If you look at my website, all these are coded with xah-html-mode, 7,000 pages. So another feature is convert chars to Unicode to entities. For example, let me show you an example. Okay, so let's see algorithm. Let's go to Wikipedia algorithm. So here is algorithm page, and what I want is the Chinese page of this page, Chinese version. So I click here. Okay, here's a Chinese Wikipedia on algorithm in Chinese. So I copy the link at the top, I paste it here. You see there's got Chinese characters. Now, okay, this is not what I want to show, but anyway, so let's make it a link. Okay, when you make a link, you see the URL here, they become percentage encoded, but the link text does not change. So this is a feature. So in URL, supposedly by standard, if you want to follow the standard, it must be ASCII. It cannot contain Chinese. So all Chinese are percentage encoded into this thing. So and by the way, in some browser, if you copy the URL and you paste, it automatically becomes this. It depends on the browser. I have article on this. Each browser behaves differently. On one hand, with the direct characters, Chinese characters, this is intuitive. But if you really want to follow, the spec, then you are not supposed to have Chinese characters in URL. Therefore, some browsers, when you copy it, it automatically make the URL like that, and this is unreadable. I mean, imagine if you are Chinese, imagine every URL in English is encoded like that. You don't know what that is. So this is very bad. And by the way, you don't have to. For example, you don't have to do that. For example, in this link, you can actually do it like that. It will just work. Okay, let me show you. So this link, let me show it like that. This link and this link are the same. Even though in browser it works the same. It doesn't. For example, showing browser. Let's make it one line, and let's make it a list showing browser. And for all Wikipedia links, I color it green, and you can see both link works. So I go to the second one. It opens the page. Now let's try to copy the URL in Firefox. Let's see what we get. Copy it, paste. You see, so in Firefox, it automatically turns the URL into this incomprehensible encoding, percent encoding. Now in xah-html-mode, you can convert those encodings. So let's try it. I don't even have to select it. So I just call a command, xah-html percent. Okay, decode percent encoded URL. There it is. Enter. There you go. You see, so usually my commands, when you do not have a selection, if you don't have a text selection, it just works on either the current line or it works on the current paragraph separated by blank lines. Or sometimes it works on the current word, like current word, depending on the command, whichever is more suitable for the command. So, like, oftentimes in Emacs command, you have something region. That means you have to make a selection first. For example, in this case, I have to make a selection first. Then I call the command. Otherwise, it tells you no selection. That's inconvenient. A command should be, just work on it. Just, whatever is appropriate. If there's no selection, just work on the current line or current word or current paragraph or whole buffer if appropriate. So anyway, so for example, let's try it again. Decode percent encode URL. There you have it. So I have this convenient command. Let's close that. Let's remove it. Okay, let's call these commands. Okay, so showing browser. So yeah, this mod has all these convenient commands. Oh, then you have the HTML entities. HTML entities. Okay, so let's see. X greater than 2. Let's do something fancy. Summation x squared. Well, you need HTML entities. Okay, so let's just try random. Okay, x greater than 2. So okay, so if you want to do that, you can call char2 entities, char2 xah-html char. Oh, xah replace HTML char2 entities. Why is it not showing chars to? I think I changed the command name. That's why. Let's copy and see. Let's describe function no match. Describe function no match. Okay, I have changed the name, so I need to update my HTML page. Okay, let's do that. Let's go to the HTML-mode page, which is this one, show in browser. That's the page. Okay, so char, search for char. These two commands, the name has changed. And now let's go to the source code. Okay, because xah-html-mode. Okay, tab, go to the source code, and let's search for all buffer list matching lines. Char. Let's search for entities. ENTIT. Okay. Okay, you got lots of let's try it again. List matching lines define. Okay, so you show all functions, then search for ENTIT entities. So we have xah-html replace HTML named entities. xah-html replace HTML named entities instead of char2 entities. Yeah, right. Yeah, so that phrase is redundant there. It should be. So the new name is this. So here's the code. xah-html replace HTML named entities. Okay, copy it, close it, close. Hold on a second. So we need to modify this. So this is one of the command. Let's demo. First of all, let's demo it. So I select that. Okay, so this is the command. I select that. I don't need to select. Okay, so I just call xah-html replace named entities. Oh, we want to change Unicode to entities, not entities to Unicode. So actually, so I think I press Control U first. Control U, call it command. No, let's look at documentation. Describe function. Okay, replace. Okay, so the let's just try it. Unicode, xah Unicode to char2 Unicode, char2 entities. What's going on? Okay, so let me copy that, switch back to here. Let's put it here. Compare the names. So that let's remove these char2 entities, HTML named entities, replace HTML named entities. Okay, so this convert entities to to characters. For example, percentage ampersand, ampersand AMP ampersand greater than sign. Okay, let's call the command. I don't need to select. Let's just call it. Replace HTML named entities. Yes. Oh. Okay, yeah, it doesn't replace these two because okay, it gets complicated. Can you trust Chinese Wikipedia? Yes, you can. Well, not for political articles, not really. Same thing with English Wikipedia, of course. But for technical topics, yeah, usually it's okay. But Chinese, but you rather read English Wikipedia because the English Wikipedia has 100,000 times more or more rich, more articles, more detail, and more accurate. But if you want to learn something about Chinese culture, like specific Chinese culture things, like Chinese food or regions, you're probably not interested because that's rather very you have to be Chinese, Chinese festivals, the Chinese things. You can read Chinese Wikipedia. If it's not political topic, then there's a lot of things there that's not in the English. Actually, even those kind of articles, the English Wikipedia is very rich. You can actually read the English version, including very esoteric, detailed Chinese history. For example, if you want to know modern history or even uh, longer, older history, like 1,000 years ago, there's the English version. Wikipedia is very detailed. I mean, yeah, it's quite good. There's a lot of people talking about. I mean, that's very popular topic. I'm not sure I want to mention the words. Even mentioning the words, then it's going to be a problem. So yeah, let's not talk about that. I have a lot of things to say, and I can correct. I can probably correct some misconceptions, and that you will agree to. You will, oh, you didn't know, but let's not get into that today. Okay, let's talk about that another day. That's where we are not talking about technical stuff. But okay, we got stuck with these entity things. It's very annoying. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so let me relax and show you the CSS, the CSS, XI CSS and HTML tutorial. Now, if you don't know HTML or CSS, for example, you are a artificial intelligence researcher for the past 10 years, and but you never did, you don't do web, you never done web, such as Linus Torvalds, he is the hacker, master. Suppose because he wrote Linux, but he doesn't know anything else. He knows C, well, and writing how to write operating systems. He's a master, of that. But he doesn't know a thing about HTML. He doesn't know CSS. He doesn't know JavaScript. Like usually average programmers, we do have some idea. Like we might have coded HTML for 1 hour, we have some idea. But some other people, in fact, a lot of people, they have no idea how it is. But they do know. I mean, of course, they have seen the tags. They probably seen the tags, but they don't really know anything more than that. So if you are like that, if you never touched it, you can check out my tutorial. It gives you a technical introduction. But okay, we were talking about entities. So that's an interesting topic because recently, about a few years ago, the HTML5 group, the what the fuck group, the new HTML5 group, is split from W3C standard. They created a lot more entities. So it used to be there are like 200 entities, but now they are like, so this is a page. You can see all these entities, ampersand something something that, and you shouldn't use this anyway. So today Unicode is popular. In your HTML file, you just go to the top and declare a char set UTF-8 like that. Okay, then just type directly Unicode, not, don't use the entities. So anyway, let's open the entities page. So here is the entities page. Here's um, um, the source code for this entity page. So you can see, and I'm all using xah-html-mode to do this. So here are all the entities. For example, this one, long right words arrow. Okay, so let's try to find it here. Search for long. Okay, there. Long right words arrow. Hold on. Wait. Search long right. Okay, so here, for example, there is this entity long right arrow. Okay, the entity name is long right arrow. So meaning that you type ampersand, then long right arrow, then semicolon. Then in HTML, it'll show us this, long right arrow. Now that's a Unicode. So you can either do that. Where is that? Oh, it turns out they have actually duplicate entities. So long right arrow, you can also write another way to another entity for the same character is x r a r r. So entities are no good. They don't use entities. First of all, they make it impossible to read. You look at this, impossible to read. Just use Unicode. For example, long right word arrow, this Unicode character, there are several entities for it. Let's show matching lines, list matching lines. For example, there are there are three entities, all does the same thing. Okay, the first two are just letter case difference. So anyway, so let's go to one of them. So let's go to this one. Okay, so let's go back. So here's the entities. Let's copy it. Let's open a new buffer, paste the entities. Let me show you. So now switch to xah-html-mode. Okay, magnify so you can actually see the stuff. So here's the entity. So let me, so entity has another complexity, because if you want to show, because this part stand for ampersand. If you want to show an ampersand in HTML, you have to use this, ampersand amp semicolon. So anyway, so if you want to show the long right word arrow in HTML, what you do is you type this. Okay, that you type that, and it will show like that. But you don't want to. So what you can do is you call the command xah-html replace HTML named entities. That will convert it to the Unicode. But actually, it will not work. I know, because because this is new. This is new in HTML. They added few hundred entities. Then so for converting these entities to HTML, for it to work, I have to add all these thousand or hundreds into my emacs list mod, like a table. And nobody actually, very few people actually use these new entities. Before, you only have 100 entities. Let me show you. Okay, it's all mixed. But anyway, few years ago, you only have like 200 entities. That's more, like entities, it came from HTML and it came from SGML. So the concept of entities is like 30 years old. But today it's not really necessary, because you have Unicode. Everyone supports Unicode directly, UTF-8, particularly UTF-8 encoding. So the only entity you should use is three of them, and they are special. They are kind of special entities, and those three are these three: ampersand, less than sign, greater than sign. Why do you need this? Because these are escape mechanisms for the HTML bracket, especially in XML. In XML, it's very strict. When you have these characters, they must be encoded in using entities. So that is about entities. So let me copy. Let's close that. Close. Let's paste the link here. Okay. So for example, okay, let me demonstrate that command. So for example, let's see a acute. Okay, so if we have an entity that says a acute. Okay, that's an entity. Now let's call the command replace HTML named entities. It worked, you see. Now you see it works. That's how it works. Anyway, so let's go back to the features. So maybe let's do an overview, a summary now. So 1 hour. Any questions? Abdul. Hey, good morning, Abdul. Abdul Esam. Entity overflow. So what do you need entities for if you have Unicode? Exactly. Yeah, you don't need it. Well, you do need those, three to ampersand, greater than sign, less than sign, to escape HTML. Okay, so I showed, I need to update my, oh yeah, so let's see. Yeah, wait. So okay, so remember we need to update our page because these two commands are wrong names. Chart to Unicode, chart to entities, those are no longer there. So let's update that. So remove that, and this, and replace region text. Where is this came from? What? So that one is there. Oh yeah, so this is there. So this is the old paragraph. Now this is the new. So I don't need those. So make it a bracket, codify it, paragraph it, delete it, show in browser, go down there. Oh, and this entity list we don't need. So actually this links to my entities page. Go back. We don't want that. Well, we want to copy the link, paste it here, make linkify, put linkify, put a square bracket, make it C, delete it, move here, paste. Okay, then delete this, show in browser, page down. That's what I want. So it says replace region text to HTML entities by Unicode equivalent. Yeah, that's exactly that's what we want. Then there's a C HTML entity list, so you can see, So anyway, so there's a thing we need to fix. We either need to remove this command completely, or we need to update it so that it works on all these entities. Yeah, I should update it. So actually, why not? Because people just like features. They don't care anything else. Like most people, when they see something, they just want to download package well with lots of features. That's you get popular. They don't really care about anything else, about details, how it works, or things like that. Seamers, finally you are here. Did you already go over calling external code in Lisp? I joined late. Yeah, calling external code in Lisp. Well, that's not part of HTML. Like, what do you mean? You mean the syntax coloring, or what like what do you mean? Okay, so yeah, about HTML. So what? Slack, if I did not miss anything, he did not do that. Yeah, no, there's no calling external code in eLisp. That's a emacs Lisp topic. You have a question about that? Well, typically you do that by calling shell command. Or there's a way. But that's another topic. And if you are asking that, say it. So HTML. So this HTML mod. Let's summarize. Let's see what I can say. So HTML mod has these features, and let's close it. There's something I want to talk about. So demo. Oops. Let's see. So demo syntax coloring, we did that. Show package dependency. Okay. Install from scratch. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do that. Install from scratch. So let's go look at the source code. It actually requires some packages because this is a bit this is actually 4,000 lines. I think it's the longest. The let's see, xah-fly keys. Okay, let's go to xah-fly keys. Xah-fly keys 4,000 lines. Okay, it's this one is also 4,000 lines. It's because HTML, when you parse HTML, there's a lot to do. There's a lot code to manipulate HTML stuff, and there's a lot commands we haven't covered. For example, how do you do an image? That's important. So, for example, let's actually do one like that. So I go to a directory. I is my image directory. Show in desktop. You can see all the images. Uh, the rainbow of death. Okay, now it's good. Okay, so I got hundreds of images. Now let's see Dodge mod, Dodge Max. Let's say search for DOGE. Okay, there's a Dodge Max. There's a big picture. So there it is. Copy file path. Close it. Close it. Close it. Okay. Paste the file path here, and linkify. Now it's an image. Show in browser. You see Dodge Emacs. Now suppose I want to change. Let's do this. Okay, open that. Go to the diode. Here's the file. Copy it, and let's call it xxdog.png. Okay, xxdog .png. Open it. Copy the path. Close it. Close it. Close it. Move down. Paste. Here's the path. Linkify. Show in browser. Scroll down. We got 2 copies. Now I want to rename this. I have a command that lets me rename the file in HTML directly. So let's rename XX. Let's add a bunch of X. Okay. Show in browser. You see, same image renamed. Because sometimes you want to rename because before it was wrong name. Because sometimes you want, okay, this is actually, for example, let me say space max dogger. Okay, so that's a proper name. And show in browser. So basically it will rename a file, and it will change the link properly without going to diode to do it. So normally you go to diode. Normally you open the image, you go to diode, then you can rename it here. For example, let's turn on rename, and some dog. Let's say some dog. Okay, done. That's a new name. Now there's a some dog space. I want to change the space to underline, so I call a command. That's done. Open. So all the commands you can see on the left window. So I'm showing you a lot of commands now. So open. Actually, I don't need this file because we are testing. We are just doing testing. So I press a key. It's deleted. Refresh buffer. You can see it's deleted. It becomes a backup. Close. Enter. The file no longer exists. Create new. No, actually just delete that, and we don't need the dog Emacs here anymore. So anyway, but actually, okay, hold on. Showing browser. So actually, let's extract URL paste. Now another way to insert the link image file is like this. There it is, without the figure and figure caption stuff. So this way, showing browser, there it is. When I have figure, you can see the shadow here. That's CSS. You have this shadow. Sometimes you don't want, but so that's doing an image link. So now let's go to the source code, HTML file. Go to the source code, and go to the top. You can see a bunch of requires. Now all these are part of Emacs, meaning that you don't have to install anything. I do xgml-mode, new comments, browse URL, URL UT, thing at point, sequence, sub x, stupid Emacs, but so these, then you need these 4 packages. Those are dependencies. Now the first 3 are mine, especially this one. This one is a big one, html-mode. So what does it do? For example, it allows you to, for example, I create a template. For example, let me show you. So switch to save the file. Okay, xx.go. Okay, that's a Golang. So go template. Okay, run it. It works. Prints 33. Okay, now cut it, delete it, paste the code here. Okay, now I want to make this into a source code. So add a tag Golang. Okay, colorify it, show in browser. There it is, Golang. So why am I showing that? Because in order to do this, it requires the package html-mode. The package name is this guy. I know this guy kind of well. He wrote it. He was a Emacs user. He supports Emacs. He does not like Richard Stallman or the GNU Emacs politics. Anyway, so HTML these 4 packages you need. So I'm thinking let's try to install from scratch, meaning that I start a Emacs fresh and try to install everything. See if we can do that. Thomas War, hey, good morning. Thank you. Volodymyr. Okay, so should we do that? Let's see how long. Yeah, okay, so let's do that, right? Should we? Because or something else like let's yeah, let's try to install from scratch, because I have my Emacs all set up, so it's comfortable. I'm familiar, so everything I do is very fast. But someone, if you are starting from scratch, you might run into problems like how do you install this, or lots of errors. I don't see those because I'm so used to my own system. So let's try to install from scratch. Let's see how we go. If we got stuck and it take too long, then that'll be it for today. That's fine. Let's see. So Emacs Q. Emacs Q. So how we want to do this? Okay. So first of all, I need to go to my. Okay. Let's do it. That's not what we want. Okay. I go to my home directory. Emacs. So you see, this is all my Emacs config in the .emacs.d. Now let's rename it. Let's rename it. Yeah, let's rename it. Wait. Rename .d then date. Okay. So we just renamed it. So now Emacs has no init. So let's start Emacs. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's start Emacs. Okay, so here is the default Emacs. Now, the default Emacs, I don't have my key bindings. It's gonna be, it's going to be almost impossible to use now. Uh, let's see. So I need to install xah-html-mode. So let's do that. So first of all, let's go to a directory. So Control X F. Let's open a file. Ergo emacs, yeah. Ergo emacs, emacs slash, let's say blog.html. Okay, open. There it is. This is the default Emacs, GNU Emacs HTML mod. Oh, it's a right. So we were talking about in Emacs 26, they have a new HTML mod, and that HTML mod is called HTML plus. You can see in the mod line. So let's do describe variable. Let's call meta x describe variable. Okay, then type major mod. Okay, now it tells me, right, so the new HTML mod, the mod name is m HTML mod. M stand for multi, meaning that you can have CSS, JavaScript, HTML, and other things like like PHP, stuff in one file. And supposedly you should proper do syntax coloring for them. So this, on the mod line it says HTML plus, but the actual major mod name is m HTML mod. Okay, this part is annoying. It's okay. So this is the default Emacs. So this is the m HTML mod. This is the new. Okay, so let's Control X1. Okay, then so how do you magnify? So our goal right now, we want to install xah-html mod. Okay, yeah, install everything from scratch. Do you know that now there is a that there is that I don't suppose you are kidding. Maybe you are right. Let's not talking about those. Okay, this today let's focus on Emacs. So now, yeah. So we want to install xah-html mod. So what do we do? So let's look at. It says go to this GitHub. Okay, I go to this GitHub, and there it is, my mod. So click on that. Okay, and let's just click on raw. Okay, let's do this the simple way. Let's not git something git pull or whatever. Let's just do this the old school way. Copy the whole thing, copy it, go back to Emacs. Now let's go to init file. Yeah, we need to create a init file. So Control X F, enter. Yeah, that's not what we want. Shit. Control X F. Let's go to, yeah, so home directory. Now Emacs created a Emacs directory for you. Open. There's nothing there. Auto list is like empty. Now we need to create a Emacs init file. So Control X F. Init. I think it's called init. Yeah, init.el. Okay. Okay, but before we do that, we need to create a new buffer. Okay. Control XB. Something. Okay. Then paste. Control Y. Okay. Now that's the xah-html mod code. Now let's switch to meta x html-mode. Remember, this is the default Emacs HTML mod. Now it's syntax colored. It's great. Page up. Okay. Now we need to save this file. Okay, save. Control X S. Type a name. xah-html-mode.el. Good. Oh, this is Lisp. Okay, so go to the go to close it. Control X K. Open it again. Control X, Control F. xah. Okay, open. Now this is the xah-html mod in Emacs Lisp mod. Okay. Now this is the file we need to load. Okay, but before we do that, let's follow the direction. Let's go back. Okay, it says, oh, I don't have the direction here. So you see, this is my own mod I've been using for 7 years. I did not put it to Melpa because mostly I consider it for myself, but I should. Okay, so after today I'm going to start to put this on Melpa and add install instructions. But you can see the install instructions. It's yeah, so I didn't make it as polished for public because I didn't even say that you have these dependencies on a web page. So anyway, so now we need to actually install these others: xah replace pairs, xah get thing, xah CSS mod, xah HTMLize. I mean, not well, the HTMLize. So yeah, that's we're gonna do a lot. That's gonna take a while. So we okay. So xah replace pairs. Okay, let's do it quickly. Let's see if we can do that quickly. Xah replace pairs. Let's see where is the code. GitHub xah replace pairs. Click. This is the file we want. Show raw source code. Copy, cut. Back in Emacs. New buffer. Control Y paste. Control XS save. Xah replace pairs.el save. Okay. Now go to diode. That directory. Refresh. Refresh is G. Okay. Then you need to now all Lisp packages by default they should be in a directory named Lisp. That way Emacs will load it. So create a new directory. Press the plus key. Type Lisp. Yes. Okay. Now split pane. Control X2. Now open the Lisp pane. Now you need to move this xah-html mod selected and replace pairs. Move it to Lisp directory. Okay, that's done. And now next we need to let's go back. Let's see what are the other things you need. Okay, there's few more things you need. Xah get thing. Okay, so open xah get thing. There it is on GitHub and also on Melpa. Okay, let's skip Melpa because in order to download from Melpa, I need to set up the init to So starting from scratch is a lot of work. So let's just press on with this raw. Copy all. Copy. Go back here. go to the directory meta x diode. Yes, this directory. Now find file, new file, xah-get thing.el. Okay, paste, control Y for paste, control X S save. Okay, now that's xah-get thing.el. Correct. Okay, now close this, control XK, enter. G for refresh. Okay, what else? There's one more thing, xah-css-mod. Okay, so let's open a new buffer, xah-css-mod, new tab. There it is. And go to GitHub, get the file, this file, single file. Single file is the best. I don't want a bunch of directories and complexity. Click raw, copy, switch back to Emacs, control X F, xah-css mod.el. Okay, control Y paste, control X S save. There it is. Control XK kill, close. Okay, now go to diode, meta x, wait, cancel. Let's see if diode jump is available. So meta x diode jump, enter. Oh, it's available. Good. Because I'm wondering if I have to load it. Okay, so we got that. One more will be done. Well, hopefully, then the whole thing will load smoothly. Then we'll install xah-flag keys. Then I can actually type. Okay, wait. Undo. Oh my God, what is undo? Undo is Control Shift underscore. Okay. Now we need html-mode. Okay, go back to browser, new tab, emacs html-mode. Now this is by this guy. This is by this guy. Where is the GitHub? Yeah, this guy. This guy is from Scandinavia. Was it Norway or the Scandinavia? One of those places. This guy, Havoj Niksik. So comments, people, comments. Volodymyr says it's a quite interesting question to try new things in a fresh Emacs, and it is not very convenient to rename. Yeah, emacs.d holder. Have you tried home eval? So you says it's not very convenient to rename .emacs.d folder. Have you tried home variable? Home equals to path. What do you mean? I mean, is that a question or just a comment? What do you mean it's not convenient to rename .emacs.d? You could rename it. I mean, you can rename it in shell, or you can rename it in Emacs diode. So I'm not sure what you mean it's hard to rename. Or you mean you don't, well, so by default, Emacs will recognize the directory .emacs.d as the Emacs init. So by default, Emacs looks into that. So you don't have to rename it, or nor do you have to set home directory to it. Home, the environment variable, if that's what you mean. So anyway, one more thing we need is this package. So click raw, select all, copy back to Emacs, create a new file. This file will be named html-lies.el. Enter. Control Y paste, Control S XS save. Okay, it's done. Now what this package do is that it in Emacs you have syntax highlighting. So what that package do is that it turns those syntax highlighting information into HTML span tags. So that's how it works. So you have this syntax highlighting. You can turn it, generate a HTML with span tags for those colors. That's what this does. So okay, so we got this. Now close it. Now I copy the so now okay, close it, refresh, go up a directory, then refresh, then switch buffer, Control X B, switch to init.el. Okay, we created a init file. In this init file, we want to we want to load. Let's say load xah-html-mode. Okay, all the keys are okay. So I hope that should work. Hold on a second. Let's say save. Control S X S. Okay, it's saved. Now let's try to run that. Before now we can just restart Emacs and see if it works. But there's a shortcut. We can just eval this code, and see if there's any error. So Control X, Control E, I think. Okay, error. File missing. Cannot open file. No such dirt. Okay, maybe I think it's because Emacs has not loaded the Emacs list mod. Let's Control X C, quit. Let's start Emacs again. Start. Warning. An error occurred while loading init. File is missing. Cannot open load file. Okay. Okay, so let's try to do this. So Control X F dot emacs dot d init el, and let's try the dot el. Okay, I don't think that's a problem, but okay. Control X, Control E. Okay, still file missing. Now let's try the full path. Okay, it's much easier if I just work over here, because okay, so init. Okay, so copy the okay, so let's close this. Control X C. Okay, don't save. Okay, exit. Yes, exit. Yes. Okay, now let's work over here. So okay, so that, you see, that's what we want. So let's try it again. Warning, error occurred while loading. That file is missing. What file is missing? Okay, maybe wait. This is a full path. Why is it file missing? An error occurred while loading. That file is missing. Cannot open load file. Cannot open load file. Oh, no such file directory. xah replace pairs. That is why. Okay, so I know why. So okay, so let's open. Let's go to my old init. So actually, let's go to Emacs block. Let me show you from Emacs block. So Emacs block, you go to the init setup, then on the first link there's an explanation of init files. Now init files, you have okay, there is a section about install packages. Okay, this page is about Mailpath, but we are not using Mailpath. Let's look at install packages manually. So this here explains what's going on, what's involved when Emacs load a package. So you need these two lines basically. You need to tell Emacs where the packages are. I think I think that's what I'm missing. So let's go back to the init file over here. So let's see, add to list load path. Okay, so let's do that. And we don't need that. Okay, so that's what we're going to try. What we did is we want to tell Emacs that Lisp directory is where the package lives. So let's try that again. Control X, Control C. Okay, let's start Emacs again. Start. Yay! the power of knowledge. It works. Okay, now let's try Control X, Control F. Then let's go to let's open a wait, yeah, so let's open a HTML file. Let's see it works. So Control X, Control F, ergo emacs.org. Okay, emacs/blog.html. That's my Emacs blog. It works. Yeah, you see now it says the major mod is xah HTML. You can see. So for example, let's call describe var. Okay, let's meta x describe var. Okay, then variable major dash mod. Okay, now it says the value is xah-html-mode, so we are successful. So that's about that. That finishes that. Let's see. Any questions posed? Okay. Then yeah. Okay. That's it for today. So yeah. So Volodymyr says if you have several sandboxes to play with packages in isolation, and you want to start multiple instances of Emacs against different configs. Okay, so if you want to do that, there are several ways. I can let me show you one way. Okay, maybe you already know that, or maybe it's easier. Uh, okay, yeah. So what we did. Okay, so what we did. Let's see. Let's. So yeah. So this is successful. Let's quit it. Let's quit. We don't need it anymore. So we installed from scratch. Now the way we did it is that we renamed our Emacs entire Emacs init directory. Emacs.d. We renamed it. So to Emacs, it's as if we don't have init file. So we basically start from scratch. But that's one way to do it. We don't have to do it this way because right now we can start Emacs. It will load the new init file we just created. You see, it will load this, but we can tell it to not to. Okay, so we just say that -q. Okay, this way Emacs begin. It does not load any init file. Okay, but now you can also tell Emacs to load a specific init file. So let's try it again. Close it. Control X, Control C. So now you start -q. Don't load any init, but then you say dash load. Then the path to the new init, which is let's just copy it from here. Okay, so hold on a second. Copy. Okay, so that not ds store. So dash dash. Okay, hold on a second. Yeah, so that copy. So you can tell it to load. Okay, this way Emacs will load the unique file you specify. Let's try it. Yep. Yep, it's working. You see the background is my color, but it's running into some errors because some path other things. Anyway, close. So yeah, so this is a convenient. This is a good way. This way you don't have to change the directory name and all that. You can just use the um, dash q and dash load. Um, I have a tutorial discussing that. If you go to Emacs script examples, if you go to Emacs practical Emacs Lisp, there's a machinery going on in my neighborhood, very loud. I think they are building buildings. So let me show you the link. Okay, run elisp script in shell. Okay, yeah, so here you can see all the options for Emacs to begin. You have long name or you have short name. So yeah, typically say load path, you'll load a particular unique file. So that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you like my stuff, buy my Emacs tutorial, okay, on my website. Bye. Yeah, the headphone they do filter out the external sound, but it's very loud to me. I need to close Windows. But anyway, see you guys.